A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant ruling on Monday, Pennsylvania's state Supreme Court has ordered counties across the state to refrain from counting mail-in ballots that lack a correct handwritten date on their return envelopes. This decision has emerged as a pivotal moment in the ongoing U.S. Senate election contest between Democratic incumbent Senator Bob Casey and Republican challenger David McCormick. The court's ruling represents a notable victory for McCormick's campaign while simultaneously posing a considerable setback for Casey as both candidates gear up for a potential statewide recount. The backdrop to this ruling is a fraught atmosphere of legal disputes and ballot counting, with election workers currently sifting through thousands of provisional ballots. McCormick's campaign has characterized the court's order as a massive setback for Casey, emphasizing the critical nature of the ruling as it pertains to the integrity of the electoral process. The Democratic majority court's decision reinforces its earlier stance that mail-in ballots lacking proper dates should not be included in the final count. This has sparked a contentious debate, particularly as several Democratic-controlled counties have challenged this interpretation. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, a Democrat, highlighted the confusion surrounding the legal status of these ballots, stating that county officials are caught in a bind where they could face legal repercussions regardless of their decision on counting. This ruling arrives amidst a flurry of litigation from both campaigns, contesting the actions of roughly a dozen counties regarding the counting of provisional ballots. Casey's campaign argues that provisional ballots should not be dismissed for minor errors, such as a polling official neglecting to sign them. In contrast, Republicans assert that the law mandates the rejection of such ballots. According to the latest reports, McCormick is currently leading Casey by approximately 17,000 votes, a margin that falls within the 0.5% threshold that would trigger an automatic statewide recount under Pennsylvania law. The issue of mail-in ballots with incorrect or missing dates could potentially involve thousands of ballots statewide. Last week, Republicans petitioned the court to prohibit counties from counting these ballots, asserting that doing so would contravene the court's previous orders and established legal precedents. In response, several Democratic majority election boards, including those in Montgomery County, Philadelphia, and Bucks County, voted to count the ballots without correct dates, arguing that the presence of a date does not provide any substantial evidence regarding a voter's eligibility or the legitimacy of their ballot. Republicans, however, maintain that the date serves as a vital component of ballot security. Initially, Republicans sought to block the count in Centre County, but later withdrew their challenge for 2 ballots, with a third challenge deemed untimely by the court. The situation in Centre County highlighted discrepancies in ballot submissions, with some ballots containing excessive characters in the date fields or using incorrect date formats. The majority of counties, including several populous ones governed by Democrats, opted not to count these ballots. Historically, Democrats have cast a greater number of mail-in ballots compared to Republicans, and they have advocated for counting ballots that fail to meet what they consider trivial clerical standards. Various courts have previously ruled against the requirement for a date on mail-in ballots in multiple cases, including a ruling by the Third U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, although higher courts have consistently reinstated this requirement. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court has yet to issue a ruling on a pending case that questions whether this law infringes upon the constitutional right to vote. In a surprising twist, McCormick previously aligned himself with Democrats during his unsuccessful attempt to close the vote gap in the Republican primary against celebrity heart surgeon Dr. Mehmet Oz. In that instance, McCormick's legal representation argued that the essence of Pennsylvania's election law is to facilitate voting rather than to engage in punitive measures against voters for minor infractions. As the situation continues to evolve, both campaigns are preparing for the possibility of a recount, and the implications of the court's ruling on mail-in ballots will undoubtedly play a crucial role in determining the outcome of this closely contested race. The stakes are high as voters and officials alike await further developments in this unfolding electoral saga. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.